Hi everyone, there are two main ways of selling on Amazon, and almost all sellers fall into one of these categories. On the one hand, we have sellers who create their own listings. They are the only seller on that listing. Here's an example of that on Amazon.com, and as you can see here, nowhere does it mention other sellers. This seller is the only seller on the listing, and therefore this seller is not competing with other sellers for the buy box. This here is the buy box. Buy now or add to cart. And the buy box is simply the button that users can click on to either make a purchase right now or add to the cart so that they can keep on shopping on the Amazon website. That's all the buy box is. There's nothing magic about it. It's just the button that users click on. However, when there are multiple sellers on the same listing, as there are with this listing here, and in fact this listing has 20 different offers. It may not have as many as 20 sellers because sometimes the same seller can have more than one offer. This one at the top is the one that currently has the buy box. So in other words, when a user comes along to this listing and they decide to purchase this product and they click buy now or add to cart, it is this user here who automatically gets the sale. But if we look down here, there are several other sellers on this listing. We've got the Mega Deals, Brenda's Best Buys, Sunrise 365 Days, Nifty Plaza, and so on if we scroll down. Some of these cannot be shipped to my location, and that's why I've got this message. Now, what happens here is that all of these sellers are competing for a share of the buy box. They are all competing to be the seller who gets the sale. So basically, if there are 20 different sellers on a listing, those 20 sellers are sharing the sales from this listing. But it's not an even share. Some of these sellers may never ever get the buy box and may never get any sales from the listing, whereas others may get most of the sales. Because Amazon decides which seller will have the buy box at any one time based on a number of factors. Anyway, you'll be pleased to know that in this course, I teach you how to create your own listings, which means that you are not simply adding your products to an existing listing as these sellers have done here, which of course also means that you are not competing with other sellers for a share of the sales from the listing because you are the only seller on that listing. Hope that makes sense. Anyway, this is what we call the buy box. This is a listing with only one seller. This seller has created this listing instead of simply adding products to an existing listing. Same with this one here, and this is on Amazon Canada. There's only one seller on this listing. Here's the buy box. Any sales that come through this listing, they all go to this one seller. Same here on Amazon.co.uk. Here's the buy box right here. There's only one seller on this listing, and we know that because if we look down at the bottom here of this part of the listing, it will say whether or not there are other offers. So here, new 20, we can see there are other offers, whereas here we can see there are no other offers. Similarly here, there are no other offers. And similarly here on Amazon India, there are no other offers here. And here's the buy box. I wanted to show you a few different marketplaces because the principles are exactly the same across all of the marketplaces. The meaning of the buy box and how it's used, in other words, it is used by customers to click and make a purchase or add a product to the shopping cart. That is the same across all of the marketplaces. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. I will be teaching you how to create your own listings like this, or like this, or this, or this, where you are the only seller on the listing. Okay, I'll see you in the next lesson.